skinny hips to thick hips, big lips, thin lips, big eyebrows, the whole gamut, no eyebrows. So I told my husband I wasn't going to sing on all of these videos, and I never had an intention to at all. But I gotta tell you, dun, 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 dun. Anyone catching it? That's what makes you beautiful. Dun, dun. One Direction, baby. Bring it. Let yourself be beautiful. Oh my gosh. Are you ready for this one? Are we ready for this one? Let yourself be beautiful. There are so many things that I want to talk to you about inside of this video, and we're going to go there. What are our judgments about beauty? Why do we seek beauty? Are we not spiritual if we want beauty in our lives? Are we limited by society's standards of beauty? Are we not supposed to desire beauty? Is beauty only skin deep? Is there like a truth that beauty's only in the eye of the beholder? Like, what is going on? How do we let ourselves be beautiful? I want to let you know that by the end of this video, I'm going to share with you my secret to letting yourself be beautiful no matter what. Are you ready to let yourself be beautiful? So many of us feel this conflict inside of, is it okay? Is it not okay? Does it make me spiritual? Does it make me not spiritual? What level of physical beauty is okay? Maybe I should just hide inside of the idea of acceptable beauty, the idea of internal beauty, and then I'm safe, and then I'm okay. I really want to go there today. I really do. And take a look at what the judgments might be about beauty and where you might be holding yourself back from letting yourself be beautiful. A few years ago, quite a few years ago now, I held an event called Beautiful for Life. Inside of this event, I showed a video for women of beauty through the ages and the different aesthetics of beauty and what was beautiful from skinny hips to thick hips, big lips, thin lips, big eyebrows, no eyebrows, like the whole gamut of things, with the intention that there is no one form of beauty. When we are following beauty trends, we can get really trapped in, this is what I need to look like in order to be beautiful. And at the same time, this idea of pushing against beauty that buys into the illusion and the misunderstanding that I don't care about physical beauty. When I was a little girl, I've always been attracted to beauty, and maybe this is something that you can relate to. Let me know in the comments if this is something that speaks to you as well. When I was a little girl, always attracted to beauty. Oh, like beautiful clothes, beautiful things. I wanted to wear the beautiful dress. I wanted my mom to do my hair. I can remember my dad brushing my hair in the bathroom and just I love this expression of physical beauty. And yet, I started to feel the idea inside that wasn't okay. That did this expression, desire for physical beauty, make me selfish? Did it make me bad? Did it make me materialistic in some way? And I have this memory, a young girl, I don't know how old I was, 3 or 4, where we went to a Christmas party and I was in a red velvet dress with cap sleeves and little ruffle tights, these white ruffle tights. Oh, I can still remember them. And I will one day, inside of my fashion line, create these panties with ruffles on the butt. I love this look. So anyways, I was going around the Christmas party and showing everybody the ruffle tights. I was so proud of them. I thought they were so beautiful. And the perception I received, from what I can remember, part of my spiritual curriculum, it went in this way, was, this isn't okay. You need to be a good girl. Put your dress down. Don't care about that. Who cares about the tights? Just stop, be a good girl. And what I started to perceive was that physical beauty wasn't okay. And I was so afraid as I grew up, went through grade school, went into high school. I was so afraid of being seen as not good, as not spiritual, being seen as greedy or selfish or materialistic or high maintenance, that I ended up overcompensating. I ended up so wanting to be seen as good that I started people pleasing. And this is something that a lot of us as women do. The fear of being seen one way, so we go to the extreme of the other. And inside of this, we limit our light and we limit our power. I want to talk to you today about beauty as a point of power, letting yourself be beautiful. When you hear that inside, what do you feel? Okay, yeah, Tara, I can let myself be beautiful. I'm a good person. I tithe. I do beautiful things. Can you let yourself be beautiful physically? Or is it that's not available to me? it's okay for you, or it's okay for you, or it's okay for you, but it's not okay for me. I don't want to be seen as high maintenance. What comes up for you when you consider letting yourself be beautiful? It's a gorgeous, gorgeous question. And I feel, something that's going on a lot in the media right now, a lot on Instagram, and I've received this as well. These women in conflict with other women, telling other women, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this. It's not okay for you to be doing this. You're this or you're that. It's like so ridiculous. What I would like to bring forward for consideration is really living into an expression of authentic beauty that feels good to you. So let's talk about this conversation around, well, if you're going to be beautiful, you have to get Botox, you have to do these, you have to dye your hair, you have to. And then this retaliation that we see, like, no, if you're going to be beautiful, you shouldn't care about these things. I'd like you to consider, all of us to consider, that it is possible to be whole, to be aware of who you are, to be aware of your light, and choose a certain expression of beauty if you desire. That if you want Botox, go ahead. If you want gray hair, color your hair, cut your hair, grow your hair, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Now, there is a difference between feeling like I am not beautiful unless I have a certain body, unless I'm a certain weight, unless I have no wrinkles, right? There's an extreme of I'm not beautiful unless. And we do need to be aware of this as women, but we tend to overly attach to one extreme or the other. Like, I'm not beautiful unless I get all these things or do all these things or change who I am, versus I'm not touching anything because I'm so afraid of people judging me that I'm selfish or whatever it might be. Or you might not just want to do them, right? Again, beauty is a form of self-expression and a living into our authentic truth. And it is okay to desire to express and experience physical beauty. I have clients that will come to me inside of Elegant Femme and say, Tara, no one else, I can't have this conversation with anyone else. I'm a spiritual woman. I care so much about growth and evolution, and I'm here for this, and I'm desiring a tummy tuck. And I'm so afraid of people thinking that I'm a bad person or that I'm an evil person because I desire to experience myself in this way. This is where we create this conflicting intention inside of, oh my God, it's not okay. I'm going to be a bad person if I choose this physical expression of beauty. Now, again, you might have a lot of different reactions to what I'm saying. What I'm encouraging you to consider is to not judge any other woman's expression of beauty. And if we can feel into the power of beauty, the liberation of beauty, the healing of beauty, and again, I'm talking about all beauty. We have this tendency to compartmentalize. Yes, Tara, I know that there's a healing beauty of a sunset, but if you're going to tell me that buying a new lipstick is healing, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. That's okay. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I'm going to invite you to consider that maybe it's not about a right or a wrong. Maybe it's about us all gifting ourselves permission to live into an expression from a place of wholeness. This to me is such an extraordinary conversation. Inside of Elegant Femme, we are all about the integration of the physical and the spiritual. And again, we have this tendency inside of our world to compartmentalize. This is spiritual, this is not. This is good, and this is bad. And what I want to share with you is everything is spiritual. I did a post on even Botox is spiritual, and some people don't like that. That's okay. I'm encouraging you as you feel into letting yourself be beautiful, that you consider for yourself, what is your unique expression of beauty in the world? And it's not limited to what you desire to feel on the inside. It's all of it. It's the internal and external expression of how you would like to experience and express yourself in this world, the internal and the external. Now, this doesn't mean that you're attaching yourself to your physical body and again going to the extreme of, oh my gosh, I'm nothing, I can't have wrinkles or I'm not beautiful. It's not about attaching yourself to physical beauty, and it's also about not allowing yourself to experience or express your physical beauty. What I'm bringing forward is the opportunity for you to feel into the truth of who you are from a place of wholeness, from a place of light, from a place of fullness, and from that space, choosing to experience your external beauty in any way you desire, in any way you desire. And for us as women to stop judging each other as some sort of expression is right or wrong or good or bad or worthy or unworthy or spiritual or unspiritual. So if you've been following along and you're in the Let Yourself Be series, you're going to notice this kind of theme. The first thing that we want to look at together is, where are you buying into the misunderstanding that you're not beautiful? Address that first. What are your own internal judgments? I'm not beautiful because, or I believe, I'm buying into the illusion that I'm not beautiful because I don't look a certain way, because I don't have a certain thing. Really get clear on your own judgments around yourself of where you're buying into the misunderstanding and misinterpretation that you're not beautiful. Now, again, I know the piece of us that comes up inside is like, Tara, but you don't understand. Like, I'm really not. I really don't feel beautiful. I feel I'm really hard on myself. I don't look the way that I want to look. And this can be a really big spiral for us. We start to compare ourselves to someone else's expression of beauty or how somebody else looks. And we can get really trapped in this comparison model of, well, I'm not beautiful because. Really look at where you're stopping yourself from being beautiful, knowing that I believe deeply everything is beautiful. There is such beauty in every single one of us. And I'm not just talking about the internal beauty. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm wondering if we could pull it up here. We might be able to pull it up. There was a Instagram, maybe it was on YouTube as well, of this beautiful African American man. I think he was maybe mixed. He had this beautiful chocolate skin, a light, and with freckles everywhere. And he was talking about not feeling beautiful and being so afraid of not being beautiful in the world. And the reaction he got when he started to own his beauty, it is a tearjerker. So we buy into the misunderstanding that we're not beautiful for what we look like in some way, or afraid that we can't feel into our beauty for how we look, right? The whole, again, competing intention and conflict that goes on inside. So if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm realizing I judge this particular part of me as not beautiful, I'm going to invite you to invoke Spirit's assistance, whether it's Spirit that you use, or God, or love, or life, or even the frequency of beauty, and ask. Let's do that. Ask beauty's support. Beauty is a frequency. Beauty is an energy. Beauty is a real living entity. And ask beauty's support to help you see that part of you clearly. See that part of you through beauty's eyes. And I really mean this. And the part of you that's like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm looking at my thighs and I'm seeing the cellulite. And I'm telling you right now, lady, this ain't beautiful. Ask beauty to show it to you. Invoke beauty and ask yourself that question. Now, if you're like, well, you're telling me that Botox is okay, or this is okay, or whatever I want is okay, and I'm looking at my wrinkles and I'm thinking like, I don't really want these. You can still see it as beautiful and still choose to not live into that as part of your physical experience. Again, there's no right or wrong. There's no limitation to the expression. When we know we are beautiful, no matter what. I am beautiful no matter what. No matter what. And I choose this physical expression at this current point in my life. And that's okay. Doesn't make me bad or wrong or good or bad. I'm beautiful no matter what. And I'm choosing this physical expression. Try this on. See how it feels. So again, one, look at your own internal judgments of whatever you feel isn't beautiful. Ask beauty, the entity, energy, frequency of beauty, to support you to seeing that through beauty's eyes and beauty's lens, and feel into the wholeness, the truth of you being beautiful. And then number 3, gift yourself permission to experience your physical beauty any way you want to. Any way you want to. There's a quote that changed my life around beauty. John Keats says, beauty equals truth and truth equals beauty. That is all ye on earth need to know. How freaking good is this? Beauty equals truth and truth equals beauty. That is all ye on earth need to know. So what is my secret? I promise to share with you before the end of this video, my secret to allowing yourself to be beautiful no matter what. When you are living your authentic truth, you are beautiful no matter what. No matter what. When you are experiencing and living into your authentic truth, you are beautiful and you will feel it. You will feel it. Have you ever had those days where you're like, gosh, like, the physical thing is all going well, but I freaking feel like shit. I feel ugly. Check in with yourself. Where in your life are you not experiencing your authentic truth? And again, as a reminder, this is not just limited to the internal. This is also the external beauty. If you decide you would like to grow out your grays, for example, and one day you decide I'd like to cover them, or vice versa. Hey, and again, these are examples. It's not about harping on one particular thing. I'm just utilizing these as examples that we experience as women as we move through life. And one day you decide, I want to grow out my grays, or I don't want to grow out my grays, or I want to get Botox, or I don't want to get Botox, or I want to wear leather pants, or it is not limited. Check in. What is your expression of your truth? That is what makes you beautiful. Leave a comment below. Let me know what this video is bringing up inside of you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of those good things, and really slow down and ask yourself, can I gift myself permission to be beautiful? Tara Marino with Elegant Femme. Let yourself be beautiful. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's what makes you beautiful.